isn't my thing. I'd rather have you wealthy or not. We'll always have so much to share. 'Cause I know that I love you forever. You're mine. I wouldn't take riches for your love. There's nothing in this world I'd rather have than you. Just can't stay away. I love you. Ba, 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 ba. I love you. Ba, 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 ba. Even the sun is nothing to me. I'd rather have you. The warmth that it gives soon would grow cold if you weren't near. 'Cause I know I love you forever. You're mine. I wouldn't take riches for your love. There's nothing in this world I'd rather have than you. I just can't stay away. I love you. Ba, 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 ba. I love you. Love you. Ba, 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 ba. I love you. Ba, 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 ba. I love you. Ba, 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 ba. Yes, I do. With all of the loves in my life, my darling, I'd much rather have you. I need the warmth of the sun to live, but I need the love of you. All that you want, all that you need, baby, we can spend this life so blissfully. 'Cause I'm just the man for you, don't care what they say.
little West Coast R&B Chicano style. And we've all asked this question.
Sitting here all alone, waiting for your return. Standing by the telephone, wishing you were by my side. I need you day and night, girl. I wait for you. I need you, baby.
GHCR.NYC. We stream to everything. 95.9 FM, also FM now. If you don't got no internet, check out the free stuff that we provide. FRE. Why, baby? Why do I wait for you, baby? Come on, mommy.
You know I'm gonna be waiting for you, girl. Don't make me wait too long. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. Oh, come on home, yeah. Sigo esperando y te estoy llamando. 'Cause I'm waiting for you. Because I love you.
This is a rare version of You Make Me Feel Brand New. It's done by the E-Man. And that would be, for those of you who are old school, it would be Jimmy Casper, who played everything. This is their rendition of You Make Me Feel Brand New. Yeah, that was Jimmy Castor. And there's a story behind that song. That's a cover song. I'm just going to take a sec. Yeah, hold on, baby. Hold on, Gladys. That's a cover song that was done by, I think the Stylistics or somebody. And Jimmy Castor and the bunch, the E-Man, was playing on a show with Stylistics, whoever did the original. And they kind of told him, like, yo, man, don't go out there and play that rendition, because that was the kind of, like, back, I think that song came out in the 80s or 70s or something. That was the kind of popular rendition of it, because Jimmy Castor was the E-Man. He didn't play everybody's stuff, but he had that big Bertha thing going. So anyway, they did this little particular song. It sounds pretty good. It showed you that he could play the horn and then they could sing and all this stuff. And the Stylistics came out there. So they were doing the show together. And they said, don't play it. And Jimmy and them went out there and did it. And he said, Jimmy Castor, I think he's gone now, but I'm not sure. But Jimmy Castor said that none of the guys from the Stylistics ever spoke to him again. So, little tidbit. Here's Gladys Knight.
Say you wanna be loved, but you won't let me love you. Say you want someone to trust in you, baby. Can't you see that's what I'm trying to do? I know you've been hurt before, and you're afraid to try love once more without love by your side. You're only half alive, 'cause everybody needs a love, yeah. Everybody needs a love. Say you wanna be kissed, but you won't let me kiss you. Say you wanna be missed. Can't you see how my arms are missing you? She's got me hurting so inside. Now from love you're trying to hide, but no matter how you try, without love you can't survive. 'Cause everybody needs a lover, yeah. Everybody needs a love, oh, love's alright. Baby, don't you know that you need love and I need love? Everybody needs love. Say you wake up in the morning, yes you will, feeling so empty inside. I bet I know what your trouble is, baby. You need someone like me by your side. I know you've been hurt before, but don't be afraid to try love once more. 'Cause without love you'll find you'll have no peace of mind. 'Cause everybody needs a love, oh yeah. Everybody needs love. You need love, and I need love. Everybody needs love, love,
That was Gladys Knight. And as my man
I sure need love.
who comes on up at the WACR, let's continue in the venue called Love. That's his favorite song. Hello, Curtis. They don't play this a lot. Think about this song. Listen to this word. Listen to the words.
We people who are darker than blue,
That's us, y'all.
oh, we're gonna stand around this town and let what others say come true. We're just good for nothing, they all figure. A boy's grown up, shiftless jigger.
Say that about us in front of our kids.
Now we can't hardly stand for that, or is that really where it's at? We people who are darker than blue, this ain't no time for segregating. I'm talking about brown and yellow too. Hi, yellow girl, can't you tell? You're just the surface of our dark, deep well. If your man could really see, you'd know your color, same as me. Pardon me, brother, as you stand in your glory. I know you won't mind if I tell the whole story. Master Henry Gibson. Yourself together. Learn to know your sign. Should we commit our own genocide before we check out our mind? I know we've all got problems. That's why I'm here to say, keep peace with me and I with you. Let me love in my own way. Now I know we have great respect for the sister and mother. It's even better yet. But there's the joker in the street, loving one brother and killing the other. When the time comes and we are really free, there'll be no brothers left, you see. We people who are darker than blue, don't let us hang around this town and let what others say come true. We're just good for nothing, they all figure. A grown-up jigger. Wow. Now we can't hardly stand for that. Or is that really?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the big treat. The big treat is here. I didn't say the big trick. I said the big treat. I didn't say the big trick. I said the big treat is here. What I'm doing? Oh, wow. Come on now. Come on now. Okay, sorry about that, man.
Yeah. Yes, y'all. Yes, y'all.
So anyway, the big treat is here, y'all. So as opposed to, you know, in my day, he would be known as a big trick, or a big date. Or I might be telling on myself. I might be talking about me, Jack. You know, because I used to wear that on my hat proudly when I was much younger. Because I believe that, you know, if you want to get love, you have to give love.
Yeah, you got to.
Yeah.
Got to.
Sometimes the love is green.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You know, you go to church, they ask for a love offering.
Okay.
You know, and I think they be wanting the green stuff, man. Now, I'm not sure because I'm not like a regular churchgoer. I'm sad to admit, but I'm just saying, man.
Well, you know, you don't have to be sad to admit that you're not a churchgoer because I'm not a churchgoer, but I'm pretty happy in my life.
Oh, you saying both of us should be maybe sad?
No, because there's a lot of people who got a lot of faith and they not happy. And
you might as well be happy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because there ain't nothing promised to nobody.
Nope.
And you ain't guaranteed nothing. And there's a famous movie called Man on Fire with Denzel Washington.
Yes, sir.
And in one of the scenes in the movie, which is, I think, I love this movie, by the way.
Yep.
Check it out. And one of the scenes in the movie, he takes a stick of dynamite, and he's under a bridge, and he's got this guy.
Yep.
And he tells the guy, he said, and he wakes the guy up and said, "You know what that is?" And the guy said, "Oh, Spanish guy. These guys are gangsters." He said, Denzel goes, he said, "That's a stick of dynamite. It's in your butt."
In your butt. In your butt.
In your butt.
Okay.
And then he said, the guy said, "I need time to get a game." He said, okay. And then he asked him a couple of questions.
Yep.
And once the guy answered the questions, he ticks off the timer or something. He said, the timer to the bomb in his butt. And then the guy said, "But I need more time." And Denzel looked at him and said, "I wish you had more time." As only Denzel could say. And I'm saying that when people, and I thought about that line, I said, that's the line that people are going to be giving up at the, I was thinking about, the fake president, but I was going like, I was thinking, I said, whether he gets to heaven or hell, he and everybody else will get up there to their maker and they'll say, "I wish I had more time." So, we need to be taking care of our time. And I don't know about you, Blast, but I ain't going to say I've been watching the debates, but I've been watching the highlights. I wait until I keep the debate on my TV, and then when I see they cut to a commercial, I go listen to people to give me the analytical stuff. Then I switch around from the channels. Because they play clips and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm finding out that I'm sure that the Republicans wish they had more time.
Yep.
And I thought something was interesting, and I'm not going to get into the weeds on this, but, they kept saying today that if people wanted to have certain witnesses to come, they should have went to court to force people to go and if somebody refused, you go to court and make them go.
Right.
Well, you don't do that if the Justice Department is fixed.
Thank you.
Or if you black, you know better than that because you're going, wait a minute, you want me to go to the police and complain that the police is kicking me in my ass?
Right.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that. So what I seen is that the Congress, the House of the Representatives, they made a real smart move by going, we don't have to go to court. You refuse, then we have we can impeach you. We can say you did this, and they're using as a rationale that, well, you didn't take me to court, right? Because you didn't come, you didn't show up,
right?
You didn't show up.
And when you were there, some of you left.
Now, think about it like this. You live in an apartment, you live in an apartment somewhere, and you have a dispute with the landlord, let's just say, and you don't pay him. Now, he can take you to court because you didn't pay him, or he can come over to your house and say something to you. Or she. They can come over to your house and say something to you and say, hey, man, you got to leave, or whatever, And assuming that they say something to you in the right manner, you leaving. You leaving, man. I don't care who you are. If they come over there, and so they don't. Everybody. My point to make is that everybody. It's not mandatory that you have to go to court. You can ask people to do what they know is right. If you have a contract and one side don't keep it, then if somebody comes and say, look, you didn't keep your side of the bargain, I mean, you're not going to say, well, take me to court and throw me out. You're going to be going, okay, I'm leaving.
Right.
You're going to say, okay, man, I'm leaving. You ain't going to sit there and tell them, well, you got to take me to court. Because as soon as you say that, you might be picking yourself off the floor.
Yeah.
Because you owe. Among other things, and we have no more deal. Or if you living with someone or with someone and the party's over, you might want to do that, but you ain't gonna be punching the other person in the mouth because they don't like you like they used to. I mean, some people might do that, but it don't fix nothing. That never changes anything. You know what I'm saying? And there's no court you can go to. You just have to get your mind together and accept it.
Right. Accept it. Move on.
So I'm saying that when the Republicans or when the executive branch decided that they wasn't going to follow the script, they wasn't going to deliver the papers, they wasn't going to follow any the orders.
Okay.
If they wasn't going to do that, then you can't turn around and tell me, well, you should have went to court. Because in real life, if we did that, like I said, somebody's getting dropped.
Right.
You're not going to talk. You're not going to talk to people that way. When both sides have a dispute, that's not going to resolve the dispute. You're not going to go to the other person, well, you can take me to court. Oh, no, they don't go like that, partner.
Nah.
It ain't going that way, partner. You
settling this right now.
Yeah, because of what you said. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you would not be thinking that under a normal circumstance. You'd be going like, come on. You're waiting for the person to say they're going to comply. So what I'm saying to you is that when I looked at the Republicans today and yesterday,
you're right,
and I kept saying to myself, they're stupid because they think that everybody's supposed to do, react to things the way they think they're supposed to act. Like, you're supposed to go to court if we don't do what we're supposed to. You're supposed to go to court, and if you didn't go to court, that's your fault. No. The rules say that I get to ask you for something, and you're supposed to give it to me. Normally, the Justice Department will come on over and enforce that. But the Justice Department got a rogue leader. That's what I heard Nancy Pelosi say. She said the dude's a rogue, man. That's what she said. That's what she said. I heard on TV, man, Blast. She said the head of the Senate is a rogue and the head of the Justice Department is a rogue. In fact, they were talking about they might impeach him.
Well,
which might be interesting.
Okay, yeah. Because
that would be funny.
I mean, I watched some of the hearings.
Okay.
Also,
yeah.
Some of the hearings.
Yeah, some of it. Yeah.
And what I noticed is that the Republicans are, in denial, in a cover-up, and I just noticed that the Democrats are like sticking to the script. The whole Constitution, the whole thing about we're still going to impeach you. And
he's impeached anyway.
Right. And they're like...
They decide now whether or not he gets removed. That's what this part is. This is called the trial, and the trial is to decide whether your monkey behind is getting, whoever the monkey is at that time, is getting removed. Because the House impeach you, which is like getting indicted. So you get indicted, you go over to you get indicted at the grand jury, then you go up to the Supreme Court, and then the Supreme Court, they have a trial. And, if you win in the trial, if they find you not guilty, then you walk away. but you still have been indicted. You know, you ain't gonna go back later on 5 years later and say, I've never been indicted.
But hold up. This president is still enacting powers. He's still writing off stuff. He's still signing off stuff. He's still giving orders, and these people are following him. Like,
well, now you hit it. Now you hit it. Now you hit it on the head. How could you be following somebody that made 16,000 lives in 3 years? I don't get that.
That's what I don't get.
Yeah, me neither. I don't get that. That's the part I'm like a little confused.
I mean, I'm going all the way back to day one, his inauguration, and Stephen Colbert, you can put it up on TV.
Oh, he's lying about how many people.
Right? Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Dig this. Come on, man. Don't get mad at him. He said, let's start this shit the right way. Let's get the lying. Let's get it on.
Okay.
Let's get it started the right way. Y'all don't know?
Right.
Y'all better act like y'all know.
Okay.
That's what he was doing.
And then the Republican senator got up there, and he also refuted what he said about the photograph. And it's like, there are more people here than I'm like, and you believe what he said? And hold up.
Well, you missing something. You ain't left something out. He white, ain't he?
No. I did not miss nothing.
Excuse me.
All the Republicans.
You left that out.
All the Republicans
are white. Oh,
okay?
Yeah, I forgot that.
And
yeah, that's true.
they've always been white. And
even there's one black guy in there, but he white too. He from South Carolina.
Right.
He's white.
Oh, God, that guy.
He's a white guy. I ain't mad at him. Like I told you before, I ain't mad at the people that voted for him. I'm all good in the hood with all of that. Because you get to vote for who you want. So I ain't mad at them.
But
following him and listening to him, come on now. You got to be crazy. I'm not doing that. I'd rather, listen, I'll take my instructions from my 6-month-old granddaughter before I take instructions from him. She can't even talk.
I'm telling you now.
She can't even talk, man.
Because she can gesture.
I go with that. I go with the gestures, yeah.
Just like the president gestures to certain people.
And they go, right.
Yeah. They head nod.
I know that sign. I got you. I know the high sign.
Okay. So I'm looking at the whole plan and it's like, all right, he lied, so you're going to get on board with his lies. So it comes all the way up to this inauguration, and I'm like figuring like, okay, how are you gonna like justify his lies when you know he's lying, and then when you get in like the meeting?
No, they don't justify his lies. They just say he ain't lying. They act like nobody asks them. I've never heard anybody go, he lied 16,000 times. How we know he ain't lying now? I ain't heard nobody say it. You heard anybody say that?
No.
Okay.
And that's the thing, because they're going with this trial on the fact that the Republicans got this whole Senate thing and they got the House, and I'm like, okay, but all of y'all are liars now. He's making out y'all to be liars, and now
they're good with it.
I know, but that's just it. When did y'all stop this? I mean, during Obama's administration, they couldn't.
They lied about him.
Okay.
So they've been lying all along. I'm just letting you know. They've been lying all along.
Oh, no. I know.
We pay more. But dig this. Now, instead of just black people paying attention to the white men that lie all the time, everybody know. Because they put a Hall of Fame liar in charge. That's how mad they was at the black guy.
I couldn't believe the amount of people who voted for him and are now turning their backs on him. And I'm like, okay, maybe they're tired of the lies now. They finally got tired of the lies.
Well, you think it was a number like 16? They had to wait till he got to like 15,000 before they decided, maybe this guy's not so cool?
I got to admit that, those people that did vote for him who are now turning their backs on him, I'm glad you recognize that they are lying, okay? And the people who know that he's lying, it's like, okay, so you finally woke up? Come on. I mean, all right, what are you going to do now? And I got to admit, I look at the TV, I don't get it as mad as anymore. I get like, what happened?
No, go ahead. I forgot we was, this is going out on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to make sure they don't, copyright that music you play that we was just listening to.
Oh, okay.
This music here they like.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so you can say what you want. Then when you're ready to do your thing, we'll roll.
Okay. But I'm just saying.
Where's my shit?
I'm like, hold up. So now you recognize that he's a liar, and we've been telling you
Pants on fire.
since day one.
No, they've been counting them. Somebody knew because they
Yeah.
started counting.
Yeah. So
They wouldn't have started counting if somebody didn't say, you know what?
what is it? How many days in office and how many lies is
Well,
he
he's
told?
over 1,000 days and he's got 16,000 lives. He's averaging like 7,000 to 8,000 lives a day. I don't
So
know.
every time he opens
7
his,
to 8 lives a day. Excuse me.
so every time he opens his mouth, he's telling a lie.
No, that's not true.
He has
That's
to
not
be.
true. That's what we would say. But since they're counting them, you got to be a little bit more
Okay.
accurate. Because they only because they count them. So every, I don't know, but 6 or 7 times a day, he's lying.
Okay. All right.
And that ain't counting his lying ass tweets.
Well,
They ain't counting that. They didn't count those.
I got to admit, he puts a nice curve on it to make it sound like we did it, and now we're in trouble.
No, and we're not. First of all, we're not in trouble,
Right.
and we never been in trouble. The only people in trouble is him and people who actually believe what the fuck he's saying.
Right.
Y'all in trouble.
So they targeted his residences and all of that other stuff. Iran did, and they're like, "We're going to get your president," and I'm like, "Oh, okay, so we're not in trouble."
No, we're not in trouble.
Y'all are cool, and I'm like,
Not in trouble.
but they still have nuclear warheads.
Well,
and-
listen, dig this. Don't make things bigger than what they are. That's always a good
Right.
rule of thumb. And you got to think like this. Just like the guy he hated said. That would be the other president we had, Obama.
right,
If you divide the people and lie to the people when you need to bring everybody together, you're not going to be able to do it. And he can't bring everybody together.
no, he can't.
No, he can't. It's too late. Neither can the Republicans. They can't because, like you said, every time you see them, there's a bunch of white guys standing there going,
Right,
saying that the 72-year-old guy, either explaining to us what
Right.
the 72-year-old white guy meant, who speaks English, by the way.
Yeah.
Pretty clear English.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he
yeah.
said he's a stable genius.
yeah.
And I got to believe him when he says that. So why they're sitting around explaining to us what he meant when he says things that are dumb.
Yeah, they're dumb.
If that was your kid and you were in, like, say, 20, if that was your little kid who's like 9, who would lie like that, sooner or later you're going to smack the crap out of him.
So
I'm just saying.
I saw a Facebook post where his mother, Donald Trump's mother, said, "You are a social outcast. You don't understand anything. You don't believe in anything. You lie. I sure hope you don't get into politics." That was his mother saying that. It was a quote from his mother when he was like 22.
Even if that's made up, it sounds good.
All right.
I'm sorry. Even if that's made up, I like it.
Sounded good.
It does sound
And I'm like, all right, I can get with this. So I'm looking at the post and I'm like, all right, does anybody else recognize what's going on here?
Yeah, they do.
Because everybody knows that he's a liar. And
Everybody knows that the people that are defending them are defending the lie.
Right.
See, here's the thing, as you and I both know, particularly in sports.
Yeah.
If you run across somebody that keeps doing the same thing over and over, sooner or later you'll say to yourself, "Oh, we ain't gonna let them do this shit no more.
Okay.
We ain't gonna let that team do this to us no more. We ain't gonna let that guy do that to us no more. We ain't gonna listen to that. We ain't gonna do it." Sooner or later, people are gonna wake up and go, when he gets up, they're gonna be going, not gonna be able to do it. And I think we're getting really close to it because he's a lying sack of doo-doo.
Okay.
They're
Call it what it is. He's
I'm
a
just
sack of
calling
shit.
Yeah, he's a sack of shit. Yeah,
All
he
right.
really is. And anybody that defends a lying sack of shit is a defender of a lying sack of shit. And that's okay. Now, what makes this a great place is that you could talk about it like that.
Mm-hmm.
You could say that. And now you got to hope that people, instead of acting like voting is some sort of sport, and you get on a team and vote with your team like these senators are doing,
Right.
that people will go into the voting booth and think for themselves. Because that's what voting is all about. Voting ain't about being on the team.
That's
baby.
right.
It's about going there and voting for you.
For you.
Even if you write your own fucking name in there, that's legal.
Right.
You could go in there and write
Right.
Bozo. I voted for Bozo the Clown. And they taking your vote, bro. So people got to be smart about what's really going on. And then, but like I said, I think him being the president is the best thing that ever happened for black people because it's in the country, because we're all getting a great civic lesson and we're all understanding about white men.
Yeah, we are.
And all we're seeing, in my opinion, is nothing. All this is all about white privilege.
And that's what it's always been since like the 1930s.
But nobody believed it.
I mean,
it wasn't out in the open. This shit is in the open.
It's in the open. It's there. You see it. You're telling him, yo, you're a liar. And you couldn't do that back in the day. You know, you had to sit and take it and ride the wave. And no, this one is getting impeached.
He is impeached already.
All right.
You know, the real question is, this is why they can't vote for no evidence. Because you see, they go, evidence. We heard everything already. Because they can't let any more information get in there. Because this is about throwing him out. This ain't impeaching him.
Right.
This is the trial is about whether he's going to be removed from office, and he can't hold the office again. Because if you get impeached and they throw you out and it didn't mean anything, you can get impeached and then come back and run again.
Right.
Once you get removed from office, you can't come back forever. So this is why they fight like this. This is why he's doing.
I didn't know that.
Of course, they don't want anybody to know. They don't need, first of all, it's only been done 3 times, and no one has ever been thrown out. No one's ever been removed from office. Even the worst guy, which is Johnson, Andrew Johnson.
Yeah.
He skate by 1 vote, so he didn't even get thrown out. But he was a 1-termer. Okay, and the rest of them, Nixon quit. Nixon quit before he got impeached. They was going to throw him out.
Right.
That's why he quit.
Okay.
Bill Clinton knew that they wasn't going to throw him out. He got impeached. He's impeached.
Right.
He knew they wasn't going to throw him out because they just caught him having an extramarital affair at work.
Right.
Most of the time, you would lose your job for that
if
you get caught doing it. If you don't get caught doing it and the other person goes and tell on you on a real job, they would never do any DNA shit like they did with him. You know what I mean? There'll be your word against the other person, and maybe they fire both people, maybe not.
Right.
Both people might survive.
Right.
But
they might get promoted.
But you can't but I understand why they didn't throw him out for getting the blowjob. All right, I get that. But now you get a guy in there that's a liar, that's a quadruple Hall of Fame liar. He's going around doing shit he ain't got no business doing. Everybody know about it. People don't think the excuse they was using today. They was going, oh man, people don't like him, and they've been trying to throw him out since he got there. And I was going, of course they've been trying to throw him out since he got there. Of course people don't like him. They didn't like him because they knew he was a liar.
Right.
Maybe some people knew, and they're using that as an excuse. And that's usually something that you say when you're 8, 7, 9-year-old kid is in school, having trouble, getting bullied, then you will walk to school and tell the people, y'all don't like my kid. As a parent, I get that. I understand a parent saying that. You don't like my kid, you don't like anybody in my family, or saying that's real family talk when you start talking about who don't like who.
Yeah.
Because you usually have evidence after that. You be going, remember this time, you know what I mean?
I mean, there was this crazy cat on the news yesterday, and they said he was a jerk. And I was like, but hold on, how you going to, penalize a cat? He don't know what he's doing.
You mean like a kitty cat, feline.
Right. And it was like, I got this cat, he's a jerk, he's pissing me off, and I don't know what the problem is. And they were like, he's doing it on purpose. He knows he can get that reaction out of you. So we go to this jerk right now, and we look at him and we say, okay, we know what you're doing, but we're going to vote for you anyway, all right? And make sure that those plans that you had in mind are still in mind, but let's taper it down to just certain people. And when he did that, he targeted all the right people for the wrong things, and he targeted some of the wrong people for the wrong things. So when he started going on air and saying at the South Carolina massacre, there were good people on both sides, no.
That was Virginia.
Okay. Oh, right. And I'm like, nah, you can't do that. And I was like, all right, his lies have gotten complicated now. So it's still a lie. Okay? No matter how you phrase it, it's still a lie. All right? And as long as you support this man, you will be known as a liar. So I'm saying to all the Democratic people that
You don't mean the Democratic Party. You mean just Democratic people who believe
Right.
in democracy.
Right.
Gotcha.
When you sit here and listen to this leader, you have to say, all right, I got to make sure that my stuff is protected and that when I go after him or when we go after him, we got to make sure that everything stays stable and our house doesn't get disrupted. So right now, Democratic people and some Republicans who are not in favor of Trump are getting their house in order. All right. I went to a friend's house just yesterday, and he had some new furniture in there, and I was like, "Wow, I'm trying to get things, because we don't know what's going to happen." I was like, "Well, if we get nuked, it won't make a difference." He said, "Yeah, but you gotta have things right. You gotta have things in order."
You ever see the movie Wag the Dog?
Yeah.
So he's really Dustin Hoffman.
Right.
And before they nuke, I think he would get what happened to Dustin Hoffman. I mean,
Yeah.
the guys in the coast would come and say, "Come with us." So, I mean, I don't really think that's going to happen. And I don't know why they're vociferously, I'm talking about the people who are trying to support him.
Right.
Even if they throw him out, Mike Pence is going to be the president. He's a Republican.
Yeah. So
I don't know why they're getting all crazy.
I know.
Just because you losing
one loudmouth liar.
one liar. And you're going to put another liar in there who if he ain't a liar, he's a liar going along.
God.
He goes along with the liar. So I don't know why they're getting all crazy going on. And, because you know how human nature is. If they don't vote for no, and I think they wouldn't, and I hate to admit this, but there's a part of me that hopes that they don't vote.
Yeah.
There's a part of me that hopes that they don't vote for witnesses. And I know that there's some part of me maybe going, that ain't right, but I'm going like, then people will see who they really are. So, because next week they're going to vote whether or not they have witnesses.
Right. Yeah,
so I'm saying to myself, well, they should be witnesses. That's the right thing that I'm going. Maybe they should do the wrong thing so people can see how effed up, fucked up they are.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I ain't picking no witness. Okay, cool. Because as a black person, you already know how they are. The only people that don't know how they are is the other white people who voted. See, it's the other white people who voted for him because they think or believe that he was going to help them. And you got to ask yourself and look around, why would he help them? He hasn't helped anybody. Except for the rich people, he gave him a tax break, but that's all he's done. And to get up there and say that the reason why he should stay in there is because we didn't like him in the first place. Check that out, man.
What?
That's what they've been saying. Listen to his lawyer was on there today because they made a 2-hour brief.
Okay, I didn't watch today.
Statement.
Okay.
But today was the opening statement. They got there and said, guess what? They're just trying to throw him out because you don't like him. That ain't all they said, but I zoomed in on that. They don't like him, and they've been trying to throw him out since he got there. And I said to myself, right, because we don't have to like you. That's not how the game go. The game don't go that way. The game don't go in there, I'm the president, you got to like me. Fuck, hell, the fuck, no.
No, that
we
don't
ain't gotta
work
like
that
you,
way.
man. And dig this. If people want to get rid of you as soon as you come in, that's how it go. Because you can go on a job, take the job, and you get on the job for 2 weeks, they go, yo, we don't like this guy. That's why I have probation.
Right.
They throw your ass right out.
Right.
And he needs to think about this. He's been on probation. First, he was on double secret probation.
Oh, really?
He was on everybody know he was on double secret probation. That's why people say they ain't like him. When people say they don't like you, you are on double secret probation, and they tell you about it. That's why they tell you. So, like, if you having a relationship or if you're on a job and they come and tell you, we don't really like you, but we're gonna just see how this goes. We're gonna check this. You on double secret probation, bro. Not secret probation. You ain't seen Animal House? That's where I got that. That's where I got that from. The niggas in Animal House, they put them on double secret probation.
Okay.
Yeah, they said, yo, man, y'all fools on double secret probation. He said, I'm telling y'all you're on it. That's what he was on.
Okay.
He got the gig, and everybody was so shocked. They said, okay, he on double secret probation. And then as soon as he got it in the first day and started going, y'all know what this is, lying that. He ripped open his suit, and you seen that big L on his chest? LK, Lion King? Not the Lion King, the Lion.
Yo, the Lion King. Yo. Yo,
We should write that down. We
Well,
should write
yo,
that shit down. We should have wrote that
we
down.
live the GHCR.NYC 95.9 FM. This is Grand Houses Community Radio, Soul of the Upper West Side. Yo, Poppy, oh my God. No, you said the Lion King. Oh, yo, let me tell you something. It was there. It was a great